Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cardman's Cards. I'm the Cardman, and today we're going to be going over one of my personal favorite archetypes, Tistina. This will be for Genesys, the Genesys format, if you're unaware. Genesys is a secondary format to Yu-Gi-Oh! Uses a point-based system instead of a ban list. There are a few exclusions. There is no pendulum and no links. But certain cards are assigned a point value like Valor, Fuwalos, and you can have 100 points per deck at any standard event. If you would like more in-depth guide to Genesys, please let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to oblige. Whatever you guys would like, I'm game. Just let me know. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Tistina is a TCG exclusive archetype. It came out a couple years ago. In recent years, we had the newest one, the next set called of Burst Protocol coming out, which is terrible. And we had RB, Mitsurugi, best one for a long time, Ashen, and then Tistina. Mimigold? No. Yeah, Mimigold, then Tistina? Something like that. But it's been a few. It's been a while. But anyways, Tistinas are a group of aqua monsters that vary in level and attribute. There is a monster for every attribute, and there is basically levels between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. There is no 6 or 7, 8, 9. There's none of the other ones. They're just 10s. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it with their in-deck boss monster, I guess you would call it. Crystal God Tistina. It is a level 10 light aqua. Some of their effects do require you to have a light Tistina monster on field to resolve. Unfortunately, they haven't given us a small one of that yet, so it's kind of like awkward. But your typical ones that you're summoning are going to be these three. During your main phase is Ignition, so you activate it on your turn. You can change as many monsters as your opponent controls to face down, and you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the grave. So basically, it just gets rid of as many cards as you possibly can by booking everything, and then removes all the cards. It doesn't inherently affect the cards themselves, it affects the player. So, which is really interesting and weird. This card in its own control is destroyed by opponent's card. You can change, it does the same thing effect again. Change as many monsters face down and send all face up cards. And then next up is a Demigod of the Tistina. Is level 10 light aqua 2000 0. If you control Tistina cards, or summon this card from your hand, then you can add one Tistina spell trap from your deck to your hand. This is all one effect. It just summon and add all at the same time. Basically, so you can ash this, unfortunately, or you can draw off it after it's summoned, which stinks. But other than that, it's pretty good. Gets your combo pieces going, will give you an additional 10. If you control Crystal God Tistina, quick effect, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls face down, and then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. Each effective Demigod of Tistina once per turn. So Demigod, quick effect, does Crystal God effect if you control Crystal God, which most of the time now you're not gonna end with these two on the board unless you absolutely have to. Which again is perfectly fine, not the end of the world, just not really good of an end board. Next up we have the newest rank 10 and the newest piece of support, Miasma Dragon Tistina. Typically the dark are the corrupt version or tainted, as you'll see, versions of certain monsters. I do believe this is some kind of altered form of Demigod, maybe. I could be wrong. Miasma Dragon is level 10 Dark, Aqua, 2k 0, as its stats mimic the other one. If this card is no more special summoned, you can add one Tistina monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. Also, the rest of the turn, light Tistina monsters you control can 1000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard and a card is in the field spell zone, special summon this card. You can also use special summon from the hand or grave for the rest of the turn, except Tistina monsters. So basically, this buffs your lights, while also getting you another card in rotation. So basically, if you can search this, you can search Demigod, search a spell, and keep going. This deck loves to search cards. Unfortunately, it's very weak to draw for that case. That is the last of the 10s. Those are two. It's 2, 2, 2, 1. You used to run more Crystal God. It's a very bricky card unless you know your opponent's going to be able to have cards on the field to trigger the field spell. But other than that, just one's fine. Next up for the technically it is a normal summon, but normal summonable targets. We have Tainted of the Tistina. This is also 2000, so maybe another corrupt version. Maybe this is an evolved version of Tainted. I'm not 100% sure. They look similar, though. It's a level 5 Dark Aqua 2K0. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one face-down monster your opponent controls. This card becomes level 10 if it was normal summon set. This card is sent to the graveyard by effect from the field. Except from the field, you can target one Tistina monster you control. This turn, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. You can only attack with one monster. So, it's not amazing, but it can also get rid of monsters you flip to give you another monster for an effect. And then you can inherently, if it's detached as a material on their rank 10, you can make that rank 10 attack twice, and it can get huge. So it's pretty good. It's easily cuttable card. I've seen many listers like, oh yeah, Tainted is not needed anymore. Gone. Because of mainly the next card. We have a level 4 Earth Aqua. First one other than Light and Dark. It is Hound of the Tistina. He is a bright orange doggo. He is 18-7. This card is in your hand or graveyard, and you control a Light Tistina monster, special this card from your hand. You can only use effective Hound of Tistina once per turn. Tistina monsters you control can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down monster. So if they have any face-down cards, which you can trigger really easily, you can just swing directly with Hound, which is pretty good for just killing your opponent outright. Other than that, unfortunately, there is no links in this format where he makes really good for link material, because you could normal summon him, link him off, then resurrect him off his own effect. Next up is the main starter card, or possible starter, Sentinel. It's a green bird. It is a wind Aqua, level 3, 12, 14. This card is in your hand or graveyard, and you control a Light Tistina monster. You can summon this card. You can target one Tistina monster or one face-down card you control, destroy it, then add one Tistina card from your deck to your hand. Use each effective Sentinel once per turn. He is your main searcher of a normal summon. This is your main normal summon for turn. You normal summon him, target itself, pop itself. Hey, look, I add a card that does stuff. Summon, add, summon, add, summon, add. You get the gist. Next up, we have the level 2. Return of the Tistina. It's a level 2 Fire Aqua, 500, 500. This card is in your hand. You can target one Tistina monster you control, except Return to the Tistina, summon it, and if you do, its level becomes a targeted monster's level. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Aqua Xyz monster you control, attach this to it as material, with each effective return of the Tistina once per turn. So it's constant, endless cycling of any Aqua Xyz, which is kind of silly. And it also allows you to level modulate itself to become any level you need. So you want to make a level 3? Boom, rank 3. You want to make a rank 4? Boom, rank 4. You want to make a rank 10? Boom, rank 10. So it's pretty easy to modulate and get some other good Xyz monsters out there that are different ranks than 10s. And lastly, when you're thinking, oh, if there's only one good normal summon, why is this guy a 3 of? This is a level 1 Water Aqua. Surprise, surprise, a Water Aqua monster. 200-0. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place one Divine Domain BaTistina from your deck face up in the field zone. The face up Tistina spell or trap you control is destroyed by opponent's card effect. When this card's in the grave, except during the damage step, you can banish this card or summon one Light Tistina monster from your hand, deck, or grave. Each effective following Tistina once per turn. So, he just triggers your field spell. That's all he does, is he just pitch to place. Can't ash it, can't droll, can't do anything, because it's a pitch to place. It doesn't activate the field spell, it doesn't add the field spell, it just places it in the field spell zone. So it's just like, hey look, field spell. So yeah, he's really good. And then if your opponent ever tries to pop the field spell, you basically get these two friends for free. Because field spell has an effect. If it's destroyed, you can summon a Light Tistina monster from your, I think it's the same place, right? Deck or grave. Okay, so no hand, just deck or grave. But yeah, that is it for the Tistina monsters. They unfortunately do not have any more. They do have a couple other cards I do not run because they are just bad. Or they're okay. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump into the additional monsters I'm running / pseudo support. Like the newest card coming in Burst Protocol. Vodnika, the Fountain Spirit. He's a level 10 Light Aqua. Hey look, it's Demigod. Kidding. No, it's close though. 21 defense. The level 10 monster is sent to the grave except Vodnika the Fountain Spirit, except during the damage step. Special summon this card from your grave if it was there when a monster was sent, or hand. This works similar to Garura. If it's in grave and it sees the send, it can summon, and even if it was in hand, it can see the summon. You summon it in defense automatically due to its effect. Banish it and leaves the field, which is perfectly fine because you're going to use it for an overlay material. You can target one level 10 monster in your grave, which is not hard. Special summon it to your opponent's field, negate its effects, and then draw one card. Use each effect of Vodnika the Fountain Spirit once per turn. So, this allows you to easily, accessibly, after you make an Xyz of some kind, send it, grab one, and be like, hey, look, target, go away. Pretty simple. Pretty good. But yeah, it's a good just supporter card. It's easily searchable off their main, ironically, generic search card, Chaotic Elements, which we'll go over momentarily. Next up, we have some hand traps. People are like, oh, whoa, you're running some power cards there. Everything in the main deck engine is 0 points. Most of my points are eaten up by the extra deck, to be honest. But yeah, this, like, the total points cost for the main deck is, I think, like, 20, I think? Because Fuwalos is 6 points, and Valor's 7. So 21 plus 6 is 18. Yeah, it's a little bit over 40 points, but that's half your points value for just 6 cards. It's kind of silly, but most of my points, like the last bit, is just all extra deck. Anyways, Fuwalos. If you control no cards, quick effect. Discard this card, apply this effect. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from the deck or extra deck, draw a card. And then on the end phase, if you're up the number of cards your opponent controls plus 6, you must randomly shuffle cards from your hand into the deck. So the number you in your hand equals the number of your opponent controls plus 6. So say your opponent has 4 cards, plus 6 is 10. If you have 10 or more cards, you must shuffle in at least to get back down to 10. Typically doesn't happen that way, but it can. Effect failure, level 1 spellcaster. It is target negation during your opponent's turn. Quick effect. Discard this card, target a monster your opponent controls, negate it. Level 4 Dark Fiend. When your opponent activates a card effect in the graveyard, quick effect, discard this card, negate that effect. It just negates cards in grave. So that's it. That's just some generic hand traps I run. You can swap these out for some other hand traps if you want that are more points or less points. If you want to run DD Crow instead of Skull Meister, you're more than welcome. These I just find helpful because there's a lot of things in Genesys that trigger in grave, which is really obnoxious. Next up, we have the aforementioned really generic search card, Chaotic Elements. You can add 1 level 5 or higher light or dark pyro or aqua from your deck or grave to your hand. Then if you have 3 or more pyro or aqua monsters in your grave, you can destroy 1 monster. You can destroy 1 card in the field. If your opponent controls a monster at light, dark, pyro, or aqua, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. This and Vodnika are awesome. So you use Chaotic Elements, search Vodnika. Vodnika, after you make an Xyz of some kind, detach any of the materials, use Vodnika's effect, target that material, summon it back to your field, summon it to their field, draw a card, use Chaotic Elements effect, banish it, target that card, bounce it back to your field to make a second rank 10, which is kind of crazy. The only downside is it's hard to do in 1 turn if it's not past your first turn. So making Verudris and Mercurium in the same turn is challenging, but you can do it if you want to go use Gustav Max to trigger it or something along those lines. But it's very possible. You can use Tistina that defies the darkness if you wanted to. We'll go over that in a little bit. Next up, we have the quick play spell, Play of the Tistina. It is special summon when Tistina monster from the hand to grave defense position. Turn of the hand during the end phase. You can activate 1 play of the Tistina per turn. You can play more of this. It's just basically to recur your Crystal God if you have to. That's all it's really for. Because all the other ones, you run multiple and you can resurrect them pretty easily. Crystal God's the only one that you have a hard time getting back. Next up 3 is 3 Book of Eclipse. Not many people run Ash, so this card's pretty easy to resolve. And especially if you can get it to resolve using the Xyz monster for BaTistina, you can just clear their board, which is really funny. Change all face-up monsters, opponent control face down. And then during the end of phase, change many face down, best position monsters, your opponent control is face up, and then they draw cards equal to the number of changed. So yeah, so just good, just flip your opponent's cards, and then if you don't get to remove them, they draw. Next up is Breath of the Tistina. It's a continuous spell. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Tistina monster in addition to your normal summon set. So this lets you normal summon Sentinel and normal summon Hound if you get to them. Or if you control a light Tistina, its other effect is you can target one face-up monster you control. Or if you control a light Tistina monster, you can target one face-up monster on the field instead. Change that monster to face-down defense, then add one Tistina card from your deck to your hand. This also works well with Vodnika, because you can just, hey look, Gib. And then use Breath to book it. Oh. But yeah, that's an easy 3 of. Over here, Breath. Easy card to run as a 3 of. Just for the fact that it's just, hey look, book to add, and then additional normal. It's a combo piece that just lets you constantly keep adding every turn, while also interacting with your opponent's board. And lastly, for the Tistina spells, is the Divine Domain BaTistina, your field spell. During your main phase, you can send one Tistina monster from your deck to the grave. Then, if your opponent controls 3 or more face-up cards, you can summon one Crystal God Tistina from your hand or deck. Using each effect of Divine Domain BaTistina once per turn. If this card in your field zone is destroyed by opponent's card effect, or summon one Tistina monster from your deck or grave. So yeah, as I said earlier, this works really well with the Fallen because Fallen will trigger, and then you can chain this to it, and then you can do summon too. But yeah, works really well if you want to send Miasma Dragon, as that will trigger. Then you can trigger Vodnika in hand to summon, add, summon, and do all that shenanigans. It's a really good piece of interaction and combo if you get it to work. But yeah. Especially if you get the Crystal God to summon and you can just book everything and like, hey, guess what? Go buy. Alright, the last couple of cards are just some pieces for the extra deck. As we're running full armored Xyz, it allows you to quick Xyz if you control an Xyz monster. That's for the Xyz packages. You can make a rank 3 really easily. And then you can banish this card, target one Xyz monster you control, equip one other, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Xyz, and then we have Virtual Stream. This is for the other LeVirtue Dragon. It's a retrain of Shark's main number monster. If you target one fish, sea serpent, and aqua monster you control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. You banish this card from your grave and then target one face-up monster on the field if it's aqua. Sorry, it's a water monster. The next time it will be destroyed by card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. If it is not, if not becomes water, you can only use each effect of Virtual Stream once per turn. So yeah, Virtual Stream allows you to pop cards while also protecting your own if you need me. And the last Tistina card I play is Discordance. Discordance, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. With the Tistina, if you activate one of these effects, if you control a Tistina monster, banish one card from your opponent's graveyard, face down. This is basically your Call by the Grave, DD Crow, anything of that nature. Really good. Doesn't negate, just banishes. So if they like target to summon, you can go Discordance, target, banish. They don't get the summon. Or if you control a Tistina monster, special one from the extra deck, banish all cards from your opponent's graveyard face down, which is really nice. The secondary effect's not going to come up a whole lot, unfortunately. But if you do get it to resolve, you're basically winning the game. Because if you get that card out and able to resolve Discordance to banish everything, you just basically are pretty good. It's a pretty good board state for you. And then lastly, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one Tistina monster in your grave, add it to your hand. This is mainly to recycle your other names, like Crystal God, Demigod, all the other ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and jump into the extra deck. We have Totem. Oh, I can't even summon Totem Bird. Oh, yeah, you can. You gotta summon both. You gotta use 2 Sentinels, but very unlikely. to use Totem Bird. You should probably not run this. I should probably change this. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just a good rank 3. It is good. It's a spell trap negate. When spell trap is activated, quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation. If you do destroy it, then this card loses 300 attack when it has no materials. Totem Bird is 10 points, just to let you know. We move on to LeVirtue Dragon. It's at level 3 rank 3 water sea serpent. Now this card is special summon. You can add 1 virtuous stream from your deck to your hand. You can activate one of these effects, detach 1 material from this card, and add 1 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your grave to your hand, except itself. Or you can target 2 Xyz monsters on the field. Attach one of them attach 1 material from those monsters to the other. Use each effect of LeVirtue Dragon once per turn. So this allows you to recur one of your other aqua monsters. So you use Sentinel to make it, but you use Sentinel's other effect to summon it, and you can add it back to normal as well to get it back on the field for another rank 3 if you get it. We have Xyz Armor Torpedo, 2 level 3 monsters. You cannot attack unless this has material. You get 2 materials from this card, draw 1 card, use its effect of Xyz Armor Torpedo. Once per turn, you can apply these effect when this card is equipped to a monster. The equipped monster battles until the end phase, until the end of the damage step. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects, also negate the effects of all phase-up monsters they control. If the equipped monster is an Xyz monster, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Moving on, we have Tornado Dragon, 2 level 4s. This is kind of hard to make, but it's helpful if you get to make it. If you get Hound with return, you can make Tornado Dragon, which is really helpful. It's just 2 level 4s, once per turn. Quick effect, detach from this card, target spell trap on the field, destroy it. We have the other 2 pieces of the Xyz Armor Engine. This is a Armored Fortress, a water machine. 2 level 5 monsters of material. You use it. You can also Xyz summon an Armored Fortress by using rank 3 or 4 monster you control. Transfer material to this card. Cannot be used for material in Xyz summon once it cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon while it has material. They all have that effect. Once per turn, you can detach up to 2 materials from this card. Add any armored Xyz card with a different name from your deck to your hand, equal to the number of cards detached. If a monster equipped with this card battles a monster with any battle damage inflicted, your opponent is doubled. So this basically allows you to grab your full armored Xyz. And the last one, we have full armored Dark Knight Lancer. Once per turn, you can Xyz full armored Dark Knight Lancer by using 1 rank 5 or 6 Xyz monster you control. Transfer material to this card. It gains a 300 attack for each material and equipped card it has. Once per turn, you can target an Xyz card in your grave, add it to their hand. Once per turn, if an equipped card becomes equipped to this monster you control, except during the damage step, you can attach 1 monster your opponent controls to this card as material. So, you use the secondary effect of full armored Xyz, target one of your Xyz monsters, attach, and then he'll automatically target a monster on the field, suck it up as a material. Alright, on to the Tistina Xyz. Tistina, defending that defies the darkness. He's a ranked 10 light aqua monster, 2 level 10s. If this card is special summon, you can send all face down cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. Use each effect of Tistina, defending that defies the darkness once per turn. Once per turn, if this card has Crystal God Tistina as a material, you can detach 1 material from this card. It gains 2,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. If this card you control is destroyed by opponent's card while it has material, you can summon 1 Tistina monster from your grave. Which is nice because you can resurrect Crystal God or Demigod for other purposes. Next up is Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver, 2 level 10s. If this card has an Xyz material, you can attach... if this card has Xyz summon, you can attach 1 monster from your deck to this card as material. You can use each effect of Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver, once per turn. While this card has material, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in their grave with the same attribute as monsters in your grave. Once per turn during the end phase, detach 1 material from this card or take 3,000 damage. So, this benefits us really greatly because Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver, allows you to attach basically any attribute you need from the deck as we run all 6. So say your opponent's running an Earth deck. You attach Hound at the end of the turn, discard it. Can't activate cards in the grave that are Earth. This isn't the best card, especially if you're running a deck that doesn't involve the grave. But yeah, still a good thing to do. Also, that's just big at 3K. Next up, we have this is 10 points, by the way. It recently got updated due to Burst Protocol coming out, which it comes in. But yeah, it's 10 points. Varudris, the final bringer of the end times. 2 level 10s. When an opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can detach from this card, negate the activation. Then you can detach one material from this card. Then destroy one card in the field. At the start of your damage step, if this card attacks while it has a material, you can destroy one card in the field. If this exceeds 7 card is destroyed, you can destroy one card in the field. Each effect of Varudris, the final bringer of end times, once per turn. So it's an Omnigate, and you can detach a second material to pop any card you want. When it attacks, it pops the card, and when it's destroyed, it pops the card. So it just pop, 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 pop on top of an Omni, which is very nice. To round out the extra deck, we are running a small training package just for killing purposes. If you can't kill with the Scene to fit in that Defies the Darkness, the trains are where it's at. You go into Gustav for 2 level 10s, detach a material, inflict 2k, and you jump up the leap and kill. Next up, we have number 81, Super Dreadnought Relkin and Super Dora. Earth Machine, rank 10. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, then target one phase-up monster on the field. The target is unaffected by card effects and except its own until the end of the turn. Basically, make a towers. And then lastly, we have Super Dreadnought Relkin and Juggernaut Lieb. It's an Earth Machine monster. It exceeds level rank 11. 4k, 4k. Once per turn, you can exceed summon Super Dreadnought Relkin and Lieb by using one rank 10 monster. Xyz monster you control as material. Transfer materials to this card. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card. Gains 2,000 attack and defense. For this turn, you can declare only attacks with this card. During each battle phase, this card can make attacks upon monsters up to the number of materials. Exceeds materials it has +1. Yeah, that was weird. Anywho, on to the last 3. These are just Alti Slayer targets. That's all they really are. We have Malam, the Golden Cloud Beast. If it's sent to the grave, you can target one card and face up the card in the field, return it. Aggregator, target one face up the card, negate the effects. Angarura is a draw. So yeah, some good stuff just generically they run, because Ulti Slayer is no points. Onto the side is just some generic stuff. Cosmic to banish a spell trap. Blizzard to negate a spell. Solar Luna to flip cards, because you flip your own monsters, and you can flip your cards, opponent's cards face down, so you can go, hey, I'm going to flip your card, and I'm going to flip my own and flip yours back down. So yeah, it's good. It's not great in this deck, it's better in others, but still fun. Ulti Slayer is aforementioned, which is just send your opponent can activate monsters' effects in response to this card's activation. You can send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target one monster opponent controls with the same card type, Fusion Synchro, Xyz, Pendulum, Link, shuffle into the deck. So we run all 3 that are acclimatable for the time being. 2 Wiretap, which is a counter trap. When a trap card is activated, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle that card into the deck. And then lastly, a new card coming in Burst Protocol, Rain of Frogs. If you control an Aqua monster with 2,000 or more attack, send all monsters on your field to the grave except Aqua monsters. If this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you can set this card. Each effect of Rain of Frogs once per turn. This isn't inherently super powerful in Tistina. This is better for Frog again. Or oh god, what is it? Paleozoic. But it's very nice if you need to just mitigate some cards, and since instead of running both of these, you can just side the Rain of Frogs in just for board wipes. Because most of the time you can end on a Demigod or Miasma Dragon or something with 2k or more attack as an Aqua. So yeah, that's my list. I will go ahead and put all of the point values of the cards in the description below. And until next time, this has been Tistina for Genesys. Keep collecting. Bye-bye.